big moving sale right now. Now's a chance for anyone in the USA to get some logoed Korean Transformer toys that I've reviewed. Everything must go by December 31st, so don't delay. Check out the offerings on Mercari and Twitterix.
Hello, it's KRBrickBot, and we're just skipping over a couple more of the metal Cardbots for the more interesting Cardbots, like this little Buffalo Crush, because it's a monster truck and because it's pink. Yeah, the same packaging styling. This looks like a pink erupting crater behind the gradient logo, two-tone logo here, and the main renders. Pretty thick box because it's a pretty thick vehicle. Metal card and such. And that's a July of 23 without the 20 of 2023. Cardbot Studio here again. Yep, it's the same plastic here as ever, just free untaped. And the instructions, and I don't see any card, promotional card for the Samji, the Entertainment Castle, the Emotion Castle. Yeah, Buffalo's Crush's robot mode is still very pink, very fuchsia pink, kind of magenta pink, kind of like watermelon pink, watermelon candy pink, very violently 90s pink. Yeah, it's funny like that Buffalo Crush is like a primary, secondary color inverse of G2 Mirage here. But besides that, he kind of has like a tribal warrior type of motif going on. Just most noticeably the chains on his forearms and those clawed feet for a Buffalo Crush. And the head, if you can see that, he does have little teeth, like little two big teeth on the underside of the faceplate. And I guess that gold forehead crest does kind of look like bull nostrils and a gold stripe right across here. That's asymmetrical, kind of similar to his truck striping design. Yeah, that's a very nice stylistic painting choice. And yeah, it looks like this would have light piping, but there is no block for light piping. So yeah, that is transparent green, but it's really hard to see those eyes that can't have pupils at this tiny scale. Comparison with the animation model shows some stylistic differences, of course. Like, looks like the torso shrunk and the waist area just kind of expanded with actually a white midriff there that actually more visible on this one, and actual shoulders instead of these very simple ball socket shoulder connectors. And I guess those shoulder wheels are on like a separate plate, so you had actual shoulder with wheels on them, not like wheel shoulders. And the feet separate from the main legs, and of course the pupil eyes. Of course, his two main weapons are these two hatchets, like I guess the throwing hatchets, which of course they are much more decorated in the show, like that pink and the gray. I suppose you could paint those up with his similar colors if you so choose to endeavor in. Yes, but these do slot in this hollow slot here, so that's a very subtle connection that really just looks like a natural hollowed out piece. But there's just extra slots here, so you just hold them in his permanently open palmed hands, so that's why his hands are like that, and then yeah, they hold pretty well. Yeah, probably not the best connection with a lot of friction, but it holds for poses. And as pointed out, these are 5mm, so you could just put them as extra shoulder or mounted weapons, or just, weaponizing weapons. But of course, it would be more handy to have them held as axes, but only the open-handed transform figures can really hold them, because you're not going to be stringing a hand through all of that. Yeah, so it's limited compatibility for these little Energon axes. And the signature metal card weapon is the Buffalo Plate. Honestly, on first glance, this kind of looked like a frog to me, but I guess you could see the bull nostrils there, or the buffalo nostril there, and the little nose ring that kind of looks like a nose ring. I suppose these are the horns. And then, yeah, flip more of this back. Yeah, this extra double hinge here, and then this little bit. Clear clips onto these clear bars. Oh dear, clear plastic. Yeah, so this armor just gives him a really big bullish chest armor and then puts something around his face. It's said to be buffalo vision. I don't know, enhances his eyesight somehow? Or just give him stronger powers? Yeah, probably not the most wow factor for armor and weapon modes for these Cardbots. Yeah, but it just does make him a bit more brutish, I guess. For articulation, a full head swivel, the chin gets in the way. So yeah, at least it naturally restricts it, but you can do transformational head up like that. Nice clickety ratchets all the way around, and then I guess it transformational inward, and then ball socket around here. So the ball socket also acts as a bicep swivel. Soft ratcheted 90-degree elbows and then backwards. Transformational back arc, that's very loose, and then all the way back there, and then nice ratchety thighs. Unfortunately, no thigh swivels. Nice ratchety knees. That could annoyingly buckle at this transformational pivot first. Of course, most of these Cardbots don't have thigh swivels, so at least he has bicep swivels, so that kind of makes up for it, although the leg poses are kind of hard to pull off. Transformation is pretty simple, really. Head down, hood up, nice little holes there. Wheels out. Click those in, double hinge those legs. Fold that over. Fold the arms so that the holes on the bottom of the forearms peg together. And then sliding doors down. Instant monster truck. Of course, here's the vehicle mode, a very big monster truck that is very pink, especially accented with a lime across the mud guards and a single asymmetrical stripe here. Just painted one side, it looks symmetrical, but yeah, nice styling here. And little lime stripes across here and at the back. Yeah, lots of transparent green as well. But yeah, that's molded on the front bumper, the rear exhaust, like the side guards here, the obvious robot feet here, and the tail lights. And even the hubcaps are molded transparent green. And of course it has a gold brow and the eyes, of course the rounded eyes. And I say rounded because of course that's not quite accurate to the show model, even though this is like fully printed on, so this is pretty flat from what I can feel. Yeah, but you see, these are much more angular eyes and also glowing green eyes. You may want to get some more accurate stickers to really make it more show accurate. And of course the dedicated vehicle model can have the extra suspension rigging, while the underside of this truck is not much except for the hands. Which you can do this. Open serving mode. And he has his main weapons like these little hatchets, which do double as the truck smokestacks. A bit far away from the main cabin. It's not a traditional cab truck, so it's kind of stylized like this. And there are these little notches here in here so that it stays perfectly straight and upright. Yeah, you can also do it like this. Yeah, just tilt it down. And whether by coincidence or design, these are actual 5mm. I mean, yeah, that's something I've not seen in a long time. Most Korean toys usually don't, except for Hello Cardbot. They're just usually consistent with 5mm, but not other toy lines from what I've seen. Yeah, so there's some cross-compatibility. Also surprising to note that Buffalo Crush actually scales with the regular deluxe Transformers because the width is, pretty much a car size. Yeah, it's just the wheels that makes it extra wide. This perfectly fits in your Chuck Generations collection. Which does put him at the odds of some other cars because, this is a pretty wide car. I mean, these two are obviously not at scale. We haven't had a monster truck Transformer since like a Cybertron Dirt Boss, at least the most famous one. Or Wheelie. And then there was also Tobot v Monster. And due to its simplicity, this is one of the few Cardbots that can store its card weapon in vehicle mode. Not including the card. Yeah, so just transform that out and then click that in and then... Yeah, I guess you get a energy battering ram for the monster truck. Then if you want to flip that out, you could get energy battering ram. To first get the nitpicking out of the way, I guess the torso could hold in better. This is kind of loose. The legs, I guess the leg construction is a little loose in the back heels, so especially without thigh swivels, it's hard to get the legs in good poses. And maybe the back's a little kibbly and loose, and maybe the handle could have been done better. I mean, just kind of held better, and maybe it's the kind of a weak Cardbot weapon. But all of that aside, this is still a very good, appealing, like, metal Cardbot. Good, interesting selection that appeals to Transformer fans because it has some rarities that Transformers doesn't really do. Like, just the colors and the monster truck. And also, this is, like, pleasantly generation size, so this would go right into the Transformers collection. And it's quite easy and straightforward to transform into a monster truck, which it rolls very nicely. And you know, the Metal Cardbot show had a short story arc where like Buffalo Crush and two others, they formed a trio and they got together to kind of scheme to get the metal brakes back. So of course, I'm gonna be showing the most coveted member of the crew, the captain, next time.